Fox 61, Connecticut's news station, starts with a weather impact alert.
All clear on the roads tonight, but preparations are underway to keep the streets clear in just about 24 hours time as more snow is on the way. Thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 10. I'm Bridget Bureau. We are in a weather impact alert for the storm heading our way tomorrow night, and we're looking at even more snow than we saw on Thursday. The snow we're thinking about might be impacting your Super Bowl plans. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank for a first look at the forecast. What are you thinking, Rachel? Is it going to impact those plans?
Well, I think you're going to have to dig your car out the morning of Super Bowl Sunday in order to get to those plans. But we will be dry pretty quickly heading into Sunday morning. This is a really fast-moving storm. It gets underway around 9 o'clock tomorrow night, and it continues until 9 a.m. on Sunday morning. We're looking at all, if not mostly, snow. There could be a little bit of sleet that mixes in at the tail end. This is a fast mover. It takes place over just a 12-hour window, and the heaviest snow we think will be right around this time tomorrow night. We could see 1 to 2 inch per hour snowfall rates, and we're thinking widespread 4 to as much as 8 inches of snow accumulation. In terms of impacts, we're looking at slippery travel, reduced visibility, and also, of course, snow removal with 4 to 8 inches coming down. We have reduced the forecast by about an inch on either side of the range, and we'll talk more about why in just a little bit. But for tonight, we are nice and dry. Our storm hasn't fully developed just yet. It's still in 2 different pieces that will eventually come together. Right now, we're looking at temperatures in the 20s to right around 30 degrees, and the winds have come down a lot from earlier today. It was quite blustery. Overnight lows will be in the upper teens to right around 20 as we head towards daybreak tomorrow. We'll see some morning sunshine mixing with afternoon clouds, high temperatures climbing into the low to mid 30s, and we'll see snow developing between 7 to 10 p.m. tomorrow night. And shortly after that, it starts to come down heavily. We'll take a closer look at all of this and your full weekend forecast, including that Super Bowl Sunday coming up in just a bit. Bridget.
Hey, Rachel, thank you. Well, the Connecticut Department of Transportation is prepared to hit the ground running tomorrow. Fox 61's Kay Pattyfoot spoke to people in Newington to see if they are ready for the storm ahead.
Connecticut is expecting 5 to 9 inches of snow this weekend. Some people we spoke with say they aren't worried about this latest round of winter weather and said we're actually overdue for snow. People in Connecticut may have to shovel their way out of their homes come Sunday morning, but some say bring it on.
I have a Subaru, and with that, you don't have to worry about snow. You'll get through about anything. A few inches to 10 inches, that's nothing.
Raymond Richard tells Fox 61 at this point, people should be used to the snow.
If you live in Connecticut long enough, you better get used to it. It's either that or move down to Florida. So it's like I said, we didn't get much in December, very little in January. We are overdue for the snow, and let it come.
While some, like Audrey Colon, are skeptical of the snow totals this weekend.
Every time they say it's going to snow, it's like it's never. Like the other day, they said it was going to snow like 3 inches, and it snowed like 1. So we'll see if it happens.
Others, like Dawn Konarski, are hoping her fellow drivers are safe and responsible on the roads.
I have to work, so I hope everybody else shows up to work too. Just be safe, be smart, and stay off the roads unless you have to go to work.
Connecticut DOT spokesperson Josh Morgan said officials are really stressing the importance of paying attention to the roads this weekend.
If you're heading out Saturday or Sunday morning, just plan ahead, give yourself some extra time to get to where you're going, put your phone away, make sure you're paying attention to the roads, and really just make sure whether it's a state plow or a local plow, just give us the room that we need to do our job safely and effectively.
Many towns are already implementing parking bans, most of them starting at 5 p.m. Saturday evening. The main message from officials, if you don't have to be out late Saturday or up early Sunday, stay home. In Newington, Kay Pattyfoot, Fox 61.
All right, Kay, good advice there. Thank you. 3 men in Colchester will brave the elements this weekend in order to help raise money for assistance programs in the community. Fox 61's Stefan Reel shares the story of Freezin' for a Reason.
According to state leaders, there are about 3,400 people who are considered homeless right here in Connecticut. And that's 3,400 people at least who need help with food, shelter, and warmth. And in a weekend like this here in Connecticut, that could not be more important than ever. And that's why this fire burning right here in Colchester is going to be key in making a difference.
At my house, if it gets cold in the house, I can just turn up the thermostat. There are some families that can't do that.
A typical February night can get well below freezing, sometimes covered in ice and snow, especially with what's coming this weekend. But for Rob Suchecki, he says there's no place he'd rather be.
Our sacrifice is our sacrifice. It's a small one on our part.
For the past 15 years, Suchecki and his friends have toughed it out the second weekend of February on the Colchester Green in order to raise money for the Colchester Fuel Bank. The organization helps support families and individuals in need, so no one needs to make the choice between food or paying their electric bill. 2025 makes year number 16 for the camping crew. No heat, no warming devices, just sleeping bags, a tent, and cots to keep them off the ground.
We're prepared for it. We're looking forward to it. We're hoping that the snow causes more awareness for what we're doing.
The cause has taken on a life of its own since it started, with organizations around town donating the fuel to keep this fire going, and curious families who stop on by and end up donating to the cause.
There you go. Thank you so much.
A moment which makes it all worth it.
Have you ever had someone stop by and just ask, what the heck are you guys doing?
Oh, absolutely. It really is an incredible thing for us to do, and it makes the warmth we get from that makes us feel warm all weekend.
Over the past 15 years, the group has helped raise more than $170,000 for the fuel bank, and with an average of $15,000 raised every year, they could be closing in on $200,000 this go around in 2025. But for now in Colchester, Stefan Reels, Fox 61.
Thanks, Stefan. And be sure to stay with Fox 61 as we monitor the snow all weekend long. We will update you as the conditions change, and they do fairly frequently. You can also download the free Fox 61 News app to keep up with the Weather Impact team anywhere and anytime. We continue to follow breaking news from Ansonia, where state police are investigating after a person was hit on a highway. This happened on Route 8 on the southbound side of the highway, right near exit 15. That person was rushed to the hospital, we're told, with serious injuries. Route 8 is still closed between exit 13 and 15. State police don't know how long it will remain closed tonight. Attorneys generals from 19 states, including here in Connecticut, are filing a lawsuit to block the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, from having access to confidential records. Connecticut Attorney General William Tong announced the lawsuit today against President Donald Trump, the U.S. Treasury, and Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. This comes after the Trump administration's new policy that grants DOGE, Elon, and others access to Americans' confidential information and the U.S. Treasury payment system.
This, in my view, represents the largest data breach in American history. Elon Musk has referred to this as the second American revolution. It is not that. It is a rebellion from within. It is utterly lawless, unconstitutional, not authorized.
The lawsuit also requests a declaration that the Treasury Department's policy change is unlawful and unconstitutional. The city of New Haven is joining other cities in a lawsuit against the Trump administration. Mayor Justin Elicker made that announcement today. The lawsuit is being filed over executive orders and administration actions that the coalition says illegally harm cities and states that have welcoming city and sanctuary city policies.
The issue here is that the Trump administration is trying to illegally force municipalities that have some sort of welcoming city or sanctuary city ordinance or order to chase down local immigrants that happen to be, that are good, productive community members and are a part of our community, and divert policing resources away from crime.
The lawsuit is led by the city and county of San Francisco and Santa Clara County and brought by King County, Washington, and the city of Portland, Oregon, with other jurisdictions expected to follow in the coming days. Back here at home, Senator Richard Blumenthal joined with refugee resettlement groups today to urge President Trump to protect our Afghan allies. This call comes after the Trump administration canceled flights for nearly 1,600 Afghan allies, including family members of active duty duty U.S. military personnel. In a letter, Senator Richard Blumenthal asked about the executive order specifically, which he says raises questions about whether the U.S. will honor its commitment to these partners and their families.
This nation made a promise to them that it would care for them when the Taliban took over, because they have targets on their backs. They will be killed. Their families are at risk as well.
Senator Blumenthal has long fought for the Afghan Adjustment Act, which would allow Afghans seeking refuge in the U.S. to apply for permanent legal residency. Now to a Fox 61 follow-up. Connecticut state colleges and universities, their Senate have voted no confidence in its chancellor following a new state audit into questionable spending. Back in December, the state comptroller's office found that Chancellor Terrence Chang misused purchasing cards on expensive meals, personal expenses, and undocumented purchases. New reports found that over $7,000 was spent on meals, exceeding the $50 per person limit, some including alcohol as well. Auditors also found Chang was accidentally double paid for housing stipends that he's repaying the extra funds. Auditors recommend that the university system update its spending policies and increase oversight to ensure that purchasing rules apply to the chancellor as well as everyone else. We reached out to the university system and the Senate president specifically, who tells us, quote, while the report noted Chang's spending technically complied with CSCU policy, this was due to loophole, end quote. A Norwalk Middle School employee is accused of pushing a student. Michael Morris is accused of pushing the student at Nathan Hale Middle School on December 5th. He turned himself into police today on assault charges. Morris is being held on a $75,000 bond. He's due back in court next month.